Hey there, all right, all right, all right. It is Wellness Wednesday and it's time to cook, even in this bloody heat. I have a great recipe, lazy lasagna. I made it earlier this week and I thought, wow, this is pretty good. I need to share this. And I haven't been on much this summer. I kind of took a summer break. I didn't intend to do that, but I sort of did. So we're doing today is the lazy lasagna. And I don't know if Facebook transposes that where it's backwards or whatnot. But anyway, this serves 9 people. It's 1 lean, 3 condiments, and 2 greens. So you could still add, and this is pretty cool, later on after you make it, you could still add maybe some cooked spaghetti squash or even better, I think, some palmini to give it even more texture and deliciousness. But anyway, the flavor is really good and the family just gobbled it up, and probably since I made it already this week it may go in the freezer. I'm not sure, although Matthew seemed interested again that I was making it again, so he must have really liked it. So I've already browned the meat because that was a process, and I already wilted the spinach. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in here because that's the next step, is after you brown the meat, and there were spices to the meat like oregano and Italian, all Italian spice, garlic, what else? Onion powder and a little bit of salt. But anyway, so all that's already in there. And we're just gonna go ahead and add it to the pan. That's 25 ounces of beef. And this particular beef, we went in with some other people on a cow and bought part of the cow. And wow, it is like super, super lean. In fact, sometimes they even have to spray the pan with Pam to, you know, make sure there is enough grease in there. So, you know, I was already buying pretty lean meat, like 93 to 97, and this is even leaner, and it doesn't cook up a whole lot, like it doesn't shrink much. So anyway, kind of cool. So we're gonna go ahead and add, I think it is 32 ounces of the Rouse homemade spaghetti sauce. Okay, so let me just tell you this. No matter what you use, you always want to look for how much sugar grams are in a half cup of any kind of tomato sauce that you use. There is a lot of sugar hidden in there, okay? And so this brand is really good. And I like this particular flavor. It's the Italian sausage and mushroom, but it was only 24 ounces and I needed a total of 32. So I went ahead and added in 8 ounces of the Rouse homemade as well. So yum yum, it's really good and way better for you. You'd be surprised how much sugar is in some of that other stuff in the grocery store. And this is at most of your supermarkets. So, so we're gonna go ahead and put all that in and kind of make a spaghetti sauce out of it because you already got the beef in here. And then I've got to add another 8 ounces. I'm just clearing off part of the countertop. I got limited space over here. So I'm just gonna kind of heat this up because I did the beef earlier today. And then I've got to add some spices. So it breaks down to like, let me look at this. I already had it all measured out, but let me look. It's like garlic powder, onion powder, and let me see what else is in here. Oregano, garlic powder, onion powder, oh, and a pack of stevia, which I do not have, some substituting Splenda, which I know is different, but you just kind of have to do what you got to do. My stevia is all liquid, not powder, so I really wouldn't know what to do with the liquid. So we'll just use the Splenda. It's fine. I did it last time. Bam didn't notice. So it's all good. Okay, so I kind of have a thick, if you can see that, thank goodness I didn't dump it out. Wouldn't that have been a mess? Again, love the Rouse. Again, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Stuff go ahead and just keep it on a low heat and cover it because I don't like getting splattered with tomato sauce stuff. And then in this bowl, I'm going to do 2 eggs. And then I'm just going to beat those up. Beat them up, beat them up, beat them up. Alrighty, so that's it with the eggs. Then I need, this is 3 cups of 1% cottage cheese, okay? So we're just going to dump that in here. Okay, so when I first saw this recipe, I was like, I don't know about that. I'm really not a cottage cheese eater. I'd really rather use ricotta. It's not that I don't like cottage cheese, it's just not like my first option choice. But I thought, you know, I want to give it a try. So I'm going to do as the recipe says, and I was really pleasantly surprised. The texture, the taste, it was really good. So the cottage cheese works here, and just want to tell you that from a standpoint of someone who typically, if I was making regular lasagna, I would always use ricotta. And so that's why I was a little bit concerned about it, but it works out fine. All right, so we need to add 3 teaspoons of this Italian seasoning, which I did not pre-measure out. And these are half teaspoons, so it's kind of tedious. All right, so there's 3 teaspoons and 4 tablespoons of the Parmesan. And gee, I guess now I need a spoon. You know, what am I gonna do? I always forget something. All right, so I'm just gonna mix this together. This is kind of your mixture that you're gonna put in layers, because this really comes out to be very meaty. And that's why I think the spaghetti squash or the palmini would really add to the textures. And that's what we ended up doing with some of the leftovers, is using the palmini. It's really good. Very tasty. Okay, so I have this cottage cheese mixture, and I've got my meat and my Rouse tomato sauce. It's going. And now I just need to bring this over. So this is the pan. And remember, it makes 9 servings. So you need a good, fairly deep 9 by 13 pan, okay? Or dish, whatever works. Okay, so now I'm gonna, I got this meat sauce stuff going. Now I'm gonna put half of this in the dish, and we'll do a layer process, just like lasagna, just like you would do with lasagna. And, you know, just do the best you can. That's what we always do. And, you know, usually, well, my family just doesn't complain, so they don't complain about it. So I'm just gonna eyeball what is half and put it in here. I'm also gonna pray that the dogs don't, they've been having barking fits today. I don't know. All right. So there's that, and oh, I need a spatula. Okay, so now I need to take half of this, the cottage cheese egg Parmesan mixture, and layer it on the meat, about half. Smooth it out the best you can. I've got a spatula too, so I can do that. Can y'all see this? Yeah, you can kind of see it. I'll bring it over in a sec. All right, definitely half. Kind of gonna smooth it out as best I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so now we're gonna do the rest of the meat. So at this point, you can just kind of dump it all in. I'll kind of, you know, space it out some so it's not such a bear. All right, that's it for the meat sauce. That part is done. And I'm gonna get my handy spatula again. And I guess I could even put this a little bit closer where you can see it a little bit better. Oh, and you know what I did, y'all? I did mess up. That second layer there, I was supposed to do a 1/3 cup of mozzarella, so see, I mess up too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it now. Don't tell anybody. I'll just do it now, and then I'll do it again. Because it wasn't sitting here right in front of me. I missed it. Y'all make me so nervous. All right. And now we just do the other half of the cottage cheese. I gotta hurry because if I upload this to Instagram, to IGTV, they cut me off at 15 minutes, so I can never go over 15 minutes. I don't think this will, but, and I may not even do it on Instagram. All right. All right, so that's done. So now I'm supposed to do the 1/2 cup of mozzarella. I should have done that the first time around, but oh well, stuff happens. Any of us who cook know that stuff happens. Now, baking isn't as forgiving as cooking. Cooking, you can mess up a pretty good amount and it still come out pretty good. All right, another 1/2 cup of mozzarella. This is low-fat mozzarella. Just buying a pack in the store. All right, so that's done. Now, we're gonna get our spinach. Okay, I already cooked this in the pan. I'll put a little quick video of how I did that. But the spinach is real easy. You just put it in a pan, the fresh spinach, and you can put 1 to 2 tablespoons of maybe a chicken broth in there if you don't want to use any oil, and just wilt it down some. That's all you have to do. And you do it how you want to do it. Don't think it has to look a certain way. Now, full disclosure, the recipe calls for a cup. I kind of did more than a cup because spinach is a superfood to me. And who would not want more of a superfood? Now, spinach is so rich. Forget the kale. It's spinach. That's where it's at. So if you can learn to like spinach, good for you. I have learned over the years to like it because it is so healthy. Now we're going to take the last part of the mozzarella cheese, which is about 1/3 of a cup, and we're going to sprinkle it over the top. And then we're going to bake at 375 for about, I think it's 20 minutes, but I might do it a little bit longer, but just watch it. And that is it. Happy Wellness Wednesday, everybody. And I hope everybody is staying cool this summer, depending on where you are. And if you're in Southeast Texas, that you're staying dry, because we seem to get rain almost every day. Although yesterday, I don't think we did. So that was kind of cool. So everybody have a good one. I'll put a picture when it comes out of the oven. Bye.